Fifth in the bag. Remember when Euphemia killed those people?
Should we start with the movie going experience?
Sure. I know Mr. Dowley has a story.
Yeah, I do. Okay. So for that, so talk about the theater. So how many people were in your guys' theater for the movie? Because I was impressed. I was surprised that there was only like 25 or so people in my theater.
I had about the same number.
Mine was a little under halfway full.
Oh, mine was.
Yeah, I was at around a half as well.
Yeah.
I had about the same number as Dally.
Yeah. Like we got to pick our own seats and we had our own row.
Oh, dude, I got to do that wonderful thing where you put both arms on an armrest.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I could do that if I didn't have a person next to me, but I went with someone, so.
Yep, same.
So I go into the movie theater. Get my ticket. I go pretty early. It's like 1:40 or so. Sit there and enjoy the nice commercials that last till 2:10.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then screen fades out, and then up on the screen I see was it Jeremy Renner teaching his kid how to fire a bow. And
Okay.
yeah,
Where's this going?
and then it starts fading out. Then I realize, wait a second, this is the Avengers Endgame movie. And everyone in the theater also realized that. So we watched the first 15 minutes of Avengers Endgame before they...
Why would you stick around? Why
No,
did it
we
take
had
you
people
so
go.
long
It just
to,
took them forever to actually change it. We had 5 people run out of the theater after them, but it still took them 15 minutes to change it. So it wasn't until 2:35, 35 minutes after the movie was supposed to start playing, that we actually got to start the movie.
Nice.
I don't know what it was in my theater, but it was unusually packed today, and none of them were going to see. Yeah, none of them were going to see Code Geass.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's just a
I
Sunday
passed
afternoon.
by 4 adventure theaters that were showing that, and then I go all the way to the back for the Code Geass.
Yeah, no, my theater was way in the back, but my theater, I walked in at 2:10, right at the ass end of the last Detective Pikachu trailer, and my theater was super quiet. There was probably only 25 people in there.
Oh, dude.
And it was a mixture of teenagers and boomers.
Wait, how many people on fucking Social Security are going to go see Code Geass?
I saw
I
one
don't know.
guy that was over 50 out of the 25 people. The rest were
That's
people
pretty
you can
good.
tell, they're early 20s.
I didn't really see many people around the just out of high school age. I saw a lot of either middle schoolers or boomers, and nothing really in between.
But yeah, I know what you mean. My theater was fucking quiet. Me and my friend were the loudest people there, which I almost felt bad. But it was just we would laugh louder than other people at times. And
Dude, that's I'm always afraid whenever I go see any kind of anime movie about how obnoxious the
they
crowd
were
is
not
going to
yeah.
be.
at all. I was expecting the obnoxiousness.
I
But,
think
like-
because it was subbed, it sort of weeded out some of the, what would you call, non-passing weeaboos.
The casuals.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna go see it, Dubs. So I'll
I
see
probably
the
will too.
comparison.
yeah. I'll report back. No. The only time anyone in my theater really reacted loudly was when Suzaku started fucking punching Lelouch.
Yeah.
Some dude in the back of the theater just started cracking up. He just started losing his shit.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Yeah. I think me and my friend were the only people that laughed at any part of that movie. I don't know why.
Oh, this movie was ridiculous.
The people in front of us got up and moved to a different row before the movie started. I guess we were that annoying.
See, the fun I had to deal with was the subtitles on my screen were cut.
Oh
in
my
half.
god, mine were
So
too.
whenever-
Mine too.
Yeah. So
What?
wow,
What?
really?
Wait, all of us?
No,
No.
they weren't cut in half, but the bot,
there were
the
two
very
rows?
yeah, if there were 2
Yeah,
rows.
if they said more than one sentence, then it would at least I know how to fucking read English, but it was still really annoying because anytime I would have to read something, I would have to do a double take to make sure I'm reading it.
Yeah, I had the exact same problem.
Repeat your problem. I don't think I had that problem.
Okay, so the issue was the subtitles were too low to the point where the bottom part of the screen were cutting into the words.
Oh, I never had that problem. Maybe my projection was actually raised up higher than normal, but
Yeah, probably. I was about to yell, like, move the fucking projector up like an inch, please. Like, it was really
I
annoying.
thought someone was gonna fix it, and then nobody did. So.
No, they don't give a shit.
No.
They're just like, whatever, let these weebs watch their
You gotta send people out
Chinese
there to
movie.
change that. Alright, so, are we done with the pre-movie experience?
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess
so.
so.
Yep, damn subtitles.
So we want to just like go chronologically, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so actually, I want to start. I'm sure everybody was wondering the same thing. Why Shirley alive?
No, I knew.
Why?
It's the
What the
fucking
hell?
movie.
Yeah, I
Like,
noticed that too.
I had to like do a double take, but I know the reason now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they retconned it in the movies.
Yeah, the recap movies retconned a couple of things.
Oh.
So I guess like these movies take place in the movie retelling timeline or
Yeah,
something?
it's in like the movie retellings are like their own little timeline, and this movie is a sequel to those. I think because the director said like he didn't want to impede on the original series ending.
All
Okay.
right, respect.
I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I remember there were lots of little whispers and stuff like. I thought
Yeah, no, I heard that too.
Yeah, like I saw these two in the like right in front of me. They were like whispering to each other a lot.
Yeah, they're like anytime something like, oh, that's not supposed to be there. Like I just heard like.
Alright, sorry, I had to fix something. So, yeah, the only real change I remember was the Shirley thing, though. There was the other. I don't think there's anything else major, right?
I think Guilford was. Did Guilford die?
Guilford was like blinded in the show.
Yeah, Guilford was fine in the show.
Wow.
I think he was just blind. Like, I never saw the movie retelling, so this is one of those weird, like, Schrodinger's cat situations to where I don't know if I don't know things.
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Those are the only two. Like, I think he was also blinded in the movies, though, but he wasn't in this. I guess future technology,
He got over it.
Britannian science.
He just stopped being blind. Easy.
Yeah, dude, you can just do that.
I mean, not only did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I had like. Also, it's like, did Callan like know what was up with the Zero Requiem? Because I noticed like she didn't.
No.
Seem
No.
that
The only
shocked
people,
about it.
the only people that knew Lelouch was still alive was C2 and Shirley.
No, not
Yeah,
not
like,
that-
she figured out what the plan was, eventually.
Yeah,
When she saw, like, him getting stabbed.
yeah, but no one else knew that Lelouch actually lived besides C2 and when she told Shirley.
Okay.
Because Shirley's fine,
Shirley
I guess.
dragged Lelouch's body. But they cover over that. I'm just imagining Shirley dragging dead Lelouch.
All right, what were you guys expecting before like the movie started?
What was I like expecting from this movie?
Like high hopes. This is gonna be garbage. This is like.
So
I expected a fun movie. Like I didn't expect anything like crazy of like the Zero Requiem plan, but I expected a fun movie with a lot of callbacks and
I
like
expected like a big Code Geass battle scene, Lelouch coming back, and like new crazy ass fucking Geasses, and that's about what I got.
Yeah, I didn't have any grand, like, expectations for it. Like, this is gonna be better than the original Code Geass. Like, no, I was just expecting, like, a fun movie with the gang, and Lelouch is gonna do some keikakus, and it's gonna be a pleasant time, you know?
which
Yeah.
went a little over what I was expecting. We'll go into that near the end because it takes a while to get into that. At the beginning is actually one of my favorite parts.
Dude, I nearly started tearing up at that beginning scene, because seeing Lelouch,
potato?
like, being
Oh my god.
as a fucking
got
retard,
revealed.
A PTSD potato.
Yeah,
yeah, is, like, really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it sucks. Like, just seeing Lelouch go from like the person he was to this actual mental retard was.
Yeah, and I love that part.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was real tragic. I didn't expect him to have that happen to him. I expected him to just be fine. So.
And we learned a little bit that was never really explained before about how like codes work. They have to like reconstruct their bodies when they get like hurt or killed.
Yeah.
I always assumed it was just, like, basic immortality, like, you're
But it kind of
regenerating,
explains how like sometimes when C2 gets like killed, she's just out for like hours. Sometimes it's just for like a couple seconds, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was never really explained why that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned some nice stuff just about how like codes and Geasses work.
Sort of.
Well, kinda, sorta. I don't know how the fuck Charles like left his imprint on C's world. I don't get that at all.
C's world is a collective unconscious. Blah blah blah. It's hard to. I don't know. That's the funky stuff you can't really explain.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you just kind of have to be like, yeah, it's C's world, whatever.
Anything
Yeah,
goes
The
there.
writers say it happens.
Yeah, I just kind of
then
shrugged.
there's not much you can do to refute it.
Yeah, I just kind of shrugged. I was like, yeah, all right, I guess that's happening now.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Lelouch literally used his entire Geass on the like the unconscious of the world, like in
Yeah,
in
no,
season one.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
Told the world to keep moving.
He did do that. Oh man.
All right, so yeah, the beginning was great. More C2 is always good for me because I feel like she was, despite being the main heroine, really didn't get all that much throughout like the 2 seasons.
She definitely
Yeah,
got
this was definitely like the C2 and Lelouch.
Yeah, which I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted that a lot too. I am a C2 boy.
Yeah.
So seeing C2 get a lot of screen time just gave my heart a
I like
beat.
seeing her mommy Lelouch,
Yeah,
like cooking for him
yeah.
and just kind of taking care of him. God, I wish she'd fucking
Dude,
do
Oh
that.
my
for
God,
me.
when
I was thinking
Lelouch
the same
is eating and he grabs the like the rice ball, whatever, or
Yeah,
is it, and he gets
the donut.
PTSD flashbacks, and he starts running out, and the door's already barred because she knows.
Oh,
Yeah, that shit is like really fucked up to think about. Just how like this brilliant mastermind is reduced to a level of like a chimpanzee.
Yeah, well, I mean
at this
that happened to C2, which was
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
did.
did.
I mean, hers wasn't as extreme. She just kind of like
regressed.
reverted back to
I don't know
before. But he's like gone.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was like.
It's real like sad to think about. Like we get that little montage of them just kind of globetrotting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so sad to think about. Like C2 just doing that every day. Like
I
she
was
just
just
has
putting
to,
up with the antics.
yeah, like she has to like constantly baby him and be like, "Come on, Lelouch, let's go." It
I
really-
mean, like
she's just
he's somewhat
babysitting.
functioning. Like apparently he managed to like almost like help cook before.
He set a table, I guess.
But anyway, that doesn't last long, and then we move on into we got to get the band back together, and we only have 2 hours. How do we do it? All right, what if Colin and the gang crash into C2?
Somehow.
Yeah, there's a lot of like convenience of just like, yeah, the gang just happens to be here.
Yeah.
Which I don't really have like a big problem with because it's like, yeah, all right, fine.
No,
Just,
I
like,
feel like it's because they only have 2 hours to do it, and they want to do it in one movie, which
right.
I respect, because if they would have done like 3 movies, that I always like groan at that, because I'm like, oh man, I can't finish this like saga for 4 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I commend them for trying to do it in just one movie, but they had a lot of things to cover, because they got so many
Yeah.
characters that they've got to give them their moment to shine, which some people don't get their moment. Some people
Yeah,
don't.
some people. Who was the one Knight of Zero? That was the blonde boy.
Gino, is that his name?
Actually,
him?
wait,
Wow.
wait,
He's
another
not-
change. Aren't all the Knight of Zeros alive? Like the Knights of the Round, aren't they all alive?
Not all of them.
Like,
all of them
you see
except
that-
for like the Night of One died.
Like you
didn't
see
he?
that you see that shot of the party and they're all there.
most of them
No,
survived.
those are different. Those are different people.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
I honestly
like those fuckers might have been in the movie retellings. I have no idea, but I know for a fact those guys were not the original Knights of the Round because most of them got fucking killed by Suzanne.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the,
like, I
the Night of
honestly
One
didn't
and
know
all the
any of
ones that
them.
we don't know about, like besides like 3, we don't know who they are. I don't even know who they are.
like the fucking crazy one that Callan fought.
yeah, that dude's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't show up, did he?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Can you imagine him being at that fucking wedding?
Like mixing that with giving us enough like fan service of like, oh yeah, this is the world after it was saved.
Yeah, that was really smart to put in the what's it called? The wedding between Ogi and what's her name? Valletta?
Valletta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just shows you where everyone was at after the Zero Requiem. What was your thoughts on Ogi trying to kill himself?
Dude, I was like, I had to do a double take. I'm like, wait a minute, this fucking guy has a wife and a child.
Yeah.
Is he like? What,
Yeah,
did
no,
I just imagine that? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
They really glossed over that. Like,
It's like
Luch is like, no, don't do it, Ron. Don't do it.
No,
man.
please, no, that's not necessary.
It would have been even better if he pulled out like a fucking sword, like a katana.
Like, he's about
weird,
to
like-
seppuku.
like he never even like really like showed that he like regretted what happened.
Like that was pretty out of
It was-
character,
it
Billy.
was-
Because
it was very weird.
Not Ogi's character. He's not fucking honor. Like if it was the Chinese guy that was like with the
Shinkei?
Empress. Yeah, Shinkei. I would have been like, okay, I see that from him. Fucking Ogi.
Yeah,
I
like
think
that would have
that
been
was-
fine if it's just a scene like, oh hey Lelouch, you know, I kind of wonder what would have happened if I stuck with you. But like, why do you pull out a fucking gat? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like
I think that's to appease the crowd. That's like, man, fuck Ogie. He betrayed Lelouch for some Tag's dark-skinned female.
I would.
Yeah, no, I feel him on that. I definitely feel him.
Dude, can we talk about how fucking hot every Code Geass woman is?
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh no,
What's your
fucking
opinion on everyone trying to rape Colin?
Can we talk about C2's
that was
two
sick.
new designs?
Oh, hell yeah.
They were great.
Dude, everybody's new outfit in this is sick.
Yeah, even Colin
Yeah, I like
was
them.
good. And I'm not a big Colin kind of guy.
I'll begrudgingly admit Callum was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked her new outfit that she had in her nightmare. It's pretty good.
All right. So
And we get that wild ass fucking prison break scene where all of the inmates were actually working with the prison.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the most Code Geass shit
Yeah.
I think that happened in that entire movie. Like, they go in and they're like, alright, yeah, start a riot, and then they're like, gotcha, bitch, we work for the prison! That's so stupid! Why are they locked up? Do they just get paid to be locked up? Like, do they take shifts where they play guard and play prisoner? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, were there any prisoners?
They're just
I guess not.
I guess
No.
just Suzaku.
They just hire their prisoners.
That's genius. That's
know,
absolutely
man.
genius.
fucking. It's like thinking on like a 5th level above what I could ever imagine.
Yeah. That is actual like Lelouch levels of Kakaku.
Yeah, and the
Or
prison
I
is
mean, that's
also
step
like
below.
the prison is like also built on top of like one of the like entrances to C's world. So, I guess.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because they were captured by what's her name. Although she didn't even. I don't know. I don't remember any of the fucking new characters' names because they're all fucking
Yeah,
like these like
it's-
Indian fucking Middle Eastern whatever names. I wrote them down, to refer to them, but like I can't even.
What was
remember
the
which
MILF Oni-san?
She
it
was
like
Shamna,
Shamna, yeah. Her and then her brother.
Shario.
Yeah, so Lelouch comes back. They do this prison break scene. We get Lelouch using his Geass to tell people to kill themselves
We
again.
get the resurrection of Lelouch.
Oh,
Dude, every time Lelouch comes back in any capacity, he's morally obligated to say die.
I know, yeah,
People.
every time, absolutely. No, when he came back, I'm like, he's gonna tell these guys to die. It's gonna happen.
Oh, of course he
yeah.
is.
Come on.
Yeah, I
What
felt
else
the
would we
American
do?
gene in me trying to clap as that happened.
Yeah, right. I was like waiting. I was like, I don't want to be the first one to clap, so I'm gonna wait to see if anyone else does, and then no one did.
Yeah.
So then they go to this bumfuck town and run into. Like, did they like call Cornella there, or was she just already
No.
there?
She was like looking for Nunnally, and I think they happened.
I think she was just hanging out there. Like, there was a
She was
little
just chilling.
a base of
That's one thing
operations
that doesn't
for
really
it.
get covered because it's like a movie. Is the whole like current world politics? They don't go into at all. We don't like.
Yeah,
Who do
like,
the Black Knights serve? Like, what is it? Does the World Council have the Black Knights? Or they like?
yeah, like
separate
what's going on
force?
in Britannia? Like,
I think the Black Knights are supposed to be just like unaffiliated. They're just like a neutral party, but I don't know.
No, they were supposed to be like the army of the United Nations.
Yeah.
But then like Britannia still has an army, maybe.
It's weird and dumb.
Yeah, they don't go in at all. So like we don't really know why people are here or what they're doing. Like they're just here because
They're
we
here
need
for the
band
movie.
back we need the
Yeah,
band
they're here
back
for the
together.
movie. Exactly.
Um,
And then we get the
and then we get our fan
Party
service
scene.
moment. We get they decide before we do this like extreme raid to save Nunnally, let's have a party.
yeah. It was fun. It was nice and cute.
It was a nice breathing moment from all the
Yeah.
action.
I liked Lelouch and Suzaku being gay on the tower.
dude, they were so gay.
They were
Oh,
about to kiss. Like I was like,
and like Lelouch's like girlfriends are just down there just listening.
Dude, how awkward must that be, knowing that like they've all been kissed by Lelouch?
It's pretty good. I like it. And then they set up this like plot point that Lelouch might just keel over again.
yeah, well, like,
I didn't buy it honestly.
well, yeah,
He
it's
went through
weird
all the
because
trouble to bring him back. There'd be no point to kill him now.
Yeah,
The whole movie is.
yeah, but it was. I guess it was just to add like a sense of urgency.
he's actually immortal.
Yeah,
Wait, if CC never fixed his mind, would he have just lived for the rest of eternity as a Mongoloid?
yeah, he
Probably.
would've. Yeah.
Damn, CC's a hero.
All right, so now the big part of the movie, the
When Jeremiah Gottwald shows up, that's the highlight.
dude, he
main
gets like the
episode.
most
Absolutely.
lamest entrance in that fucking movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he brought oranges.
It was
That's
the
it.
lamest entrance I've ever seen for Jeremiah.
Jeremiah did.
Um,
He deserved way better.
Oh,
You know, like he did a little bit, but
Yeah,
like
he went in and blew up what was it, a power supply in
he
one
was
of the
a messenger.
timelines?
He strolled on in, blocked a couple shots, and was a messenger to Lelouch. That's all he fucking did. Which I'm gonna go in what they could have done with him, which would have been amazing.
all right, tell me,
let's go
tell
into
me
the-
about your fan fiction.
Okay, here's my fan fiction. All right, so let's go into the Geass of our girl Shamna. All right,
Okay, I think
Let's-
this might be one of my favorite Geasses of
It
all
is.
time.
Dude, it's
because
like bites the dust.
It's actually just bites the dust.
yeah,
It's super cool.
it's bites the dust on herself.
Yeah, so anytime she dies, time jumps backwards up to 9 hours.
6 hours.
Hey.
Lelouch pinpoints it to be around 9 hours, but she says it's exactly 6 hours.
Wow.
And so, and originally her Geass actually was just to see in the future, apparently. But like because when you use your Geass, they grow and become even more treacherous. It turned into that.
Yeah.
And so, all right. So she's doing her thing, and let's go into like how the plot is. Basically, like Lelouch plans his raid to stop to get back Nunnally, and he's doing all his Kakaku things, and then he wins. And then she uses bites to dust. It goes back 6 hours, and
Yeah,
like
she
Wins
fucking
like
shoots herself
overwhelmingly.
She like shoots herself in the throat.
yeah. And then this keeps continuing on, where Lelouch just keeps getting more and more cornered, until he eventually like figures out her power, and then pulls the Kakaku to win.
Ah, you have the same Geass as I do.
Yeah, that was great.
Which is such a Lelouch plan.
Here's what Lelouch should have done. He should have managed to sneak in there, get her to kill herself, but while she's doing it, get Jeremiah Gotwell to cancel her Geass.
What?
And watch her die.
Jeremiah has a Geass canceler?
He has a
Since
Geass
when?
canceler.
Since when?
Since
He used it twice.
yeah, he has a fucking Geass canceler. He could have just fucking walked in there.
You
and
know,
said,
logically, the time loop shouldn't have affected him. Like, similar to how, like, C2 is like, yeah, something weird's going on. Like, he probably also should have been like, yeah, why is, like, time rewinding?
well, I guess he has to activate the.
Yeah, he
Geass
has to turn it
canceler.
on.
Yeah.
He has.
No, I'm saying, like, no, Lelouch can't bring Jeremiah in to do that.
And
Because
it's gotta-
once we got he has that.
and it's got a range, so like he would just have to like stroll in there and just be like, no.
Oh yeah, I think this is a big one. I'm pretty sure Rolo's alive.
No,
Is he-
no, he's
No
dead.
way.
No, he's
Because
dead.
he was in that like footage at the beginning, but we didn't see him anywhere else, so I don't know.
Is he dead in the movie retellings?
No, he dies. He dies in movie retellings.
Okay.
Does he? I
Yeah,
didn't
so
watch
his-
them.
Yeah,
so
he has
I'm
basically
taking a
has
guess.
basically the same moment, but he doesn't get to kill Shirley.
Okay, so Shirley's the only big one then.
Yeah. No. Here's what happens in the movies. She's going to like the building where it is, and then Jeremiah Gotwell shows up and says, "Go home, bitch. You're gonna die." And so instead of going in there and dying, she just leaves.
All right, good guy, Jeremiah.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Stay safe.
Also, I would like to point out Jeremiah gets called Jerry by
Yeah.
Anya.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the cutest.
I want to point out that Shirley has an orange earring. Like, she has a little earring of an orange slice, and that's pretty good. I like
But-
that.
But Jeremiah's already got his girl. He's got the Anna.
Yeah, he
Is
has
that her name?
Anya. Anya.
Yeah. Anya.
Who also kind of did stuff.
Hey, look, she sat over an ocean and shot
Yeah.
people.
She
Like,
caught Lelouch.
yeah. It was the kind of case of like the side characters really didn't get their moment, and like Jeremiah Gotwell did not get the cut. Like this was a Lelouch, C2, little Colin, Suzaku.
Cornelia got her moment.
Yeah, can
And-
we talk about how Cornelia got a bigger moment than Jeremiah Gotwald?
Oh, yeah. Well, people like Cornelia for some reason.
Yeah, but
Really
people,
big.
yeah, but people are supposed to like Jeremiah. He's the best character.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get anything. That was the biggest disappointment of that movie. I want my fan fiction to be real.
See, I'm just okay getting them in the movie to begin with,
Yeah.
because like for me, as long as they show up and they have a few lines, I'm like, all right, it's good. Because Code Geass has a pretty big cast.
It does.
So like I'm okay with it being just a more like Lelouch, C2, Colin, Suzaku, like the main crew,
Yeah.
more
So-
like heavily focused on them kind of thing.
All right. So I'm not really big into mechs, but let's go into the mechs because they were not what I was expecting. Like no
Oh,
one
yeah?
was rolling around in their mechs in the beginning. It was like brand new mechs for everyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Suzaku had this like giant zero cloak on his armor. On
Yeah.
his
Oh yeah,
nightmare.
something I wanted to point out about Lelouch's like new Zero outfit is that it has design elements from the cloak that Suzaku wore when he was the Knight of Zero. Like, it's like a hybrid between the two.
That's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I see it on this post. I see it on this little card I got. You guys
Oh, must be nice, asshole. I didn't get one.
Oh,
Mikey
what?
didn't have any.
Yeah,
What?
neither did I. Neither did
Wait.
I.
Grady, did you get one?
Nope.
I'm the only one with one.
Dude, Dally has all the luck. He has the
What
good
the
subtitles, and he gets the postcard.
I'm pissed. I'm really upset.
Oh shit! I should have grabbed another one. They had a lot there.
Yeah, you should have. I would have
grabbed all of
unironically
them.
paid for you to ship it to me.
All up. My friend got one, and he's like not a crazy Code Geass guy. So
Oh, kill him. Steal it from him.
yeah, I'll see
Yeah.
if I can get it for you. It's for money. We'll do a little raffle. Anyway, so the mechs.
Yes.
So yeah,
I like the new mechs. They were good.
the big clunky mechs that were
Yeah,
like.
they were a bit thick.
They
I liked when they shed the
Well, they were
armor.
thick because they were carrying another fucking mech in them.
Yeah, I
they were
know.
just full
Like,
armor little ones.
Okay, let's. My favorite. I keep calling it mechs, but
Nightmare.
nightmare frames. My favorite one was that fucking scorpion one.
That thing was pretty neat.
yeah, that thing was
Yeah.
cool.
That was pretty different for, like, Code Geass kinds of mechs, but I
Yeah.
liked him. I thought he was neat.
They're in the desert, you know. You gotta get your special.
Yeah, you gotta have a scorpion.
Yeah, holy- that guy was screaming so loud.
Actually,
Drop
speaking
a,
of,
drop a salute for Rape Warden.
his last words were "my money."
Oh, okay. Guess who got a
What a
better
guy.
moment? Guess who got a better moment than Jeremiah Gotwell?
Who?
Fucking Tamaki.
He did,
He
yeah.
blew up the
you're
fucking- fucking Tamaki.
He opened a Zero Cafe.
He opened a Zero Cafe and he got to board a mech in his like
Yeah.
badass new outfit.
It was cool.
He looks like Kuwabara with like.
I will say I liked the little, I guess I can call it world building, like this country they're in has this like culture, like this tradition of like covering their eyes when they're speaking to royalty and that kind of stuff. I thought that was neat.
Yeah, and what was the line they kept saying when they killed themselves?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
They had some saying, which was
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what. I just don't remember what
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was like Itlan Loptanum or something. What was your
Yeah.
opinion on how... Oh, fuck, what was her name again? Shamana?
Shamna, the big bad.
Lene,
Yeah, how Shamna lended her Geass power to help her
Geass.
little brother.
I mean, her little brother was like only there to fight Susaku, but I mean, it was all right. The fight was
I did
good.
like their battle. I liked the ending of Suzaku just like fucking gadded him a million
Dude,
times.
that was
Yeah,
sick.
that was
He
so
fucking
fucking
annihilates
cool.
him.
Yeah, that
You know
was
what?
great.
I like the part when, like, Lelouch gets into, whatever her name is, Shamna? Is that her fucking name?
Yeah, I think Shamna.
Yeah, gets into her chamber and she's got all those fucking hot guards that have, like, their
Yeah.
backs exposed.
Mhm.
And he just kills them all. Like, instantly.
Yeah, no. No, this movie's fucking ruthless. This movie is definitely more tone-wise more like R1 than it was R2.
Yeah.
Besides,
we see
besides the
some-
crazy grins and fucking the
We see
nightmares.
some nipples.
Yeah.
I think her nipples were in the wrong place. I thought they were. They
Well-
seemed a little bit too high up.
She's a
I
foreigner.
might have... Right, of course, dude, my grandma used to think that Asians had horizontal pussies.
Wait,
I'm not kidding.
So your grandma directed this movie.
Yeah, my grandma directed Code Geass Lelouch of The Resurrection. She's pretty proud of how it turned out.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I could do it. I could do an entire discussion video on that single sentence alone.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I was not expecting the nip, but that was good.
And,
Yeah, man, it was a good nip.
And
I mean,
I
you know,
appreciate
she
it.
wasn't
Why
my
does she bathe with her little brother like that?
Because they're
Come
fucking
on.
weird.
Come on.
They're super weird.
Come on. It's Japan. They're not Japanese, but they were made by Japan.
It's Japan. They're not Japanese, but
It's Saudi Arabia and Japan.
Mm.
dude, it's basically like Outer Heaven from Metal Gear. That's literally what it is. Like,
Yeah, it kind of
Country
is.
of Soldiers. That's not bad.
It's pretty good. I like that. We're going with that. The fucking old dude, whose son got fucking blasted by Lelouch.
mhm.
He's like just being a blowhard the whole time, and then tries to kill himself. Movie's
Wait, you mean
wild.
the guy with the lame Geass?
He's like the
Yeah, the guy had the lame
Wait, no,
Geass.
there was the lame Geass guy that like.
yeah, no,
what-
that guy's dad. No,
Oh,
not
him.
the guy, not the guy with the
Oh.
lame Geass. The like the old dude.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the general?
Cornelia
Yeah.
fought?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene.
Volvona, I think that's his name.
I like the part when Cornelia is like, yeah, these guys aren't going to shoot you because you're literally the last governmental figure that's not fucking dead.
yeah, that was so sick. Oh, yeah, actually, Dally, now that you brought it up, I completely forgot about the guy with the lame Geass.
Yeah. My
Like, I'm
I'm
Geass
surprised
power.
that Geass works on anybody because of how weird it is.
Yeah, no, it's like... Like, if your vision immediately shifts just to see your allies and the place where your enemies were, it's like, how would that work?
Like,
How would that work on you?
It only works on a battlefield, as he said, because like it's more confusing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's lame compared to the Geass we know of, because everyone else has a powerhouse Geass. I can read minds. I can control your thoughts. The Emperor also has kind of a lame Geass, but
The Emperor's Geass is just a sub power of Lelouch's.
yeah,
Yeah, kinda.
because Lelouch can also rewrite your memories. He did it to Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is just worse than Lelouch's. It was cool the one time he used it, though. Or on screen. Lelouch does his super Keikaku and fucking fakes her, Dally, what's her name?
Shanma.
Thank you. He fakes her out, and I mean, I like that scene because that's probably the most Lelouch plan that they could have done.
Yep. They montage to the end of it though, which was kind of where he's like 22 possibilities.
Yeah. I like that a lot because my concern was it was gonna happen once and then he was immediately gonna go, we're in a time loop, even though that makes no sense to immediately think that. So I'm glad he took a while to kind of figure out what's actually going on.
Yeah, no, he took a while, and then even when he put that plan into motion, he still wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah, he's like, okay, there's only two possible things that could be happening here.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Yeah, and I liked how so we say her power was bites to us, but it was pretty limited because she only had 6 hours to react, which is how Lelouch got around it. Because she would basically react to what he was doing, but didn't have much time to prepare for it.
Also, I like the idea that the whole reason why their country is so successful militarily is because they keep fucking up, and then she kills herself, and then they win.
Yeah,
there are probably innumerable timelines where they just get blown the fuck out.
Yeah, that's probably how they beat Britannia.
Yeah, I remember when she was
fended them off.
when she was in C's world, she asked herself how many times has her brother died for her. That's ooh.
How many times do you think her brother lost to Suzaku?
How many times?
In the opening scene.
How many times do you think he got? When they're fucking raiding
The desert, yeah.
God.
That probably took quite a few fucking bullets to the head.
There's no way. There's no way.
Suzaku.
Yeah, no, there's no way this random kid could beat Suzaku.
Yep, we were just watching the perfect run.
I like that kid a lot. I like the idea of this weird polio fucking cripple useless guy that's I'm gonna be the strongest.
And then he gets fucking shot to death.
Yeah, the call-in and what's his name ending was. I like the scorpion mech, but that fight was whatever. But the ending to that Suzaku fight.
Oh yeah, how he fucking nails him with the wing needles.
Oh, that was so good.
That was brutal. That fight was pretty good. I like that guy's nightmare. It kind of has this night vibe, but it also has the scimitar, so it has kind of that Middle Eastern sort of look to it. Yeah. I like that thing.
Yeah, I dig it. I like that whole fight because I just loved that they were in these big bulky fat suits for most of the fight, and then at the very end they broke out, and you see the Lancelot, and it was the Gurren, right?
Yeah.
The Gurren Mark III?
It's probably Mark IV.
It's probably Mark IV now.
Did it have any new things? Maybe it's Mark IV.
Did it have a sword before?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
I don't think it did. Yeah, that whole fight was cool. Once the movie kicks into high gear and it's just a big Code Geass raid on a city with Lelouch commanding, the whole stretch of the movie is just really, really good fluff.
It's what I wanted out of this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's exactly
I just wanted something that felt like it would just be a Code Geass episode, just longer.
This movie felt like a 2-hour-long Code Geass episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least the second half definitely.
Yeah, the first half was much.
First half was what I wanted though, was seeing how the world actually was afterwards, because that is something I was curious about.
Yeah, no. First half of the movie was a lot quieter, and I think it was necessary and also very nice to see. And then the second half is just fucking wild. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we get the little ending part. You guys stayed for the after the credits, right?
Oh, of course,
I
dude.
did.
I
Of
got
course I
like
did.
emotional seeing those like I don't know
Yeah.
what you call it, like the art in the same style as the credits.
Yeah. I was very happy seeing those. Lelouch takes to calling himself L2.
Dude, I was
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
I
When
was-
C2 almost starts crying, I'm like, dog.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I was so happy with that. I was happy to see.
When she started tearing up, I'm like, man, CC won so fucking hard. Get
Yep.
bent, Callan.
Yep.
Get spent, Colin.
Fuck off, Callan.
This is her movie.
Yeah, and then we get that after credits scene with them talking to somebody.
They look sick in those outfits, by the
Yeah,
way.
absolutely.
Oh my god, C2.
I feel like I've seen those somewhere. Like, I'm pretty
Really?
sure that at some point there was like art or something, like official art of them in those outfits.
I'm gonna have to take that up. I'm curious. I've not seen that before. That C2 looked fantastic, and Lelouch
absolutely.
Lelouch looked like he turned into a vampire. Like he was about to
He
go.
did
Like,
that. I mean, he kind of is.
yeah,
He's kind of a fucking
he
vampire.
is immortal. Can anyone? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't expect Lelouch to like stick around with those guys. I had a feeling he was gonna run.
I
off
mean, he
with
kind of
C2.
can. He's the most hated person that has ever lived.
Yeah, no, I had it.
Like, it's not like they can take a trip to fucking 7-Eleven.
Like,
and
hey
be
guys, I'm back. How's it
hey,
going?
what's up? It's me, Hitler.
Hanging out with my sister.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna run off with C2, and just seeing her actually like show her real emotions. It was nice. It was very nice. So maybe it was just a good feeling as a Code Geass fan.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this movie was definitely not necessary, but I'm very happy it's out.
Yeah,
I
no,
enjoyed it a
when
great deal.
when it first got announced, I was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of was, but they pulled it off really well. I was happy with it. I will say the OST was god tier.
Oh yeah.
I loved
I like-
the
yeah.
music.
Code Geass soundtrack is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm only sad we didn't get to hear more of that, like more Britannian themed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's my favorite stuff. But like it wouldn't have made sense if the Britannia theme just started playing while like Lelouch was attacking.
yeah. I kind of expected it to kick in when you see that fucking grin cross his face, but
Mhm.
oh well.
Yeah.
I think I
You
just
don't- yeah.
I associate that song more with Lelouch smiling than I do Britannia.
So R4.
I wouldn't be shocked.
They left it open ended, and like Lelouch L2 and C2 are gonna go.
Right. Don't you dare. That's his dead name, dude.
Yeah.
You need to call him L2 for that one.
You need you gotta have the L pass to say that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. It felt like a sequel bait. I'd be happy with it.
I don't know if I want I don't know if I want more movies or a season. I think a couple movies would be nice.
Yeah. It seems to be this weird, like, law of the way the Japanese make things that movies always take 100 times longer to come out, for whatever reason.
Well, there is higher production quality typically
Right.
in movies.
That's another thing. Actually, this movie looked great.
oh, yeah,
hell
it looked
yeah.
really nice.
Oh yeah.
There was only one part where I was like, what's going on here? And I'm sure you all saw it. There's this part where C2 is kind of just standing by Lelouch, and she just has these big yellow eyes. She's just, like, still.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that was the only, like, quality part I really noticed, but otherwise it looked great.
Yeah, I was kind of like worried that all the like the nightmares would be like too CGI at points, but
That's something I was concerned
There
about.
was only
too, 'cause
one
I
moment
hate
there was only one moment I really noticed CGI, and that was when right when Suzaku and Shota Boy Sharia was like about to engage, and like panned from like Suzaku all the way over to Sharia in the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That was the only time I
noticed-
really noticed the CGI.
I noticed the CG when like the machines are like lifting his polio-ridden body into the nightmare. I noticed that, and it looked really funny. But that was the only big thing that turned me
Yeah.
off. The rest of it looked great.
Yeah, because I don't know if I can count like the incredibly thin and long legs of the characters as quality anymore, or just more of like
Yeah,
the art
like,
style.
at this point, that's just kind of part of the art style.
Yeah.
okay.
It's a feature.
Like
Because C2 had a lot of that going too, but that was fine.
Like when you see Suzaku like bound in that like, room, like his legs
His
are so
nigga's
thin.
all leg.
Like you could you could close your fist around his legs 2 times over.
Come on, it's Suzaku. He's all about the kicks.
His legs are tiny. They
Yeah.
would break.
No.
Like they're very, very long and very thin, and
Mo-
I just got used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to
We didn't
that
get
now.
any. We didn't get any spin Zakus though, which is a bit disappointing.
It's
I
very
think he was doing a couple of little spin things when he was first fighting what's his face polio guy. When he was in the mech, I mean.
Yeah, but I want like real.
Yeah,
Suzaku.
the real deal. Those
Yeah.
are more powerful.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, Lelouch didn't pick up a single chess piece, which was also kind of sad.
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
Come on, they missed the 2 big callbacks.
I will say, me personally, I do like. What was Lelouch's first nightmare? Was it the Gawain?
Yeah.
I like.
Dude,
the
I was glad
Gawain.
to see the Shinkiro back because I love that thing because it makes pink barriers and that's the sickest.
Like I like the Shinkiro, but I love the Gawain. Like just the way.
Yeah,
it
Gawain
looks.
is cool.
So I was happy to see. I was happy to see both of them. I like both of his mechs.
Jeremiah got my favorite mech. That stupid top is amazing.
Oh man, the Siegfried is like one of my favorites. I wish he got like a new Siegfried instead of that kind of generic like nightmare thing
like
that he had.
with the shield.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Anya's, or
Yeah.
no, who had the shield? Was it? I don't know.
I think it wasn't. Didn't Anya have a shield? I think she did.
Yeah,
I think she had like the big gun thing had a shield function to it.
It has been much longer since I watched Code Geass than I thought.
Go check out the movie retellings.
Maybe.
No, they're fine. They skip out like a few scenes that I like, but that's just expected of the movies.
Did they skip Lelouch trying to do heroin?
Oh, yeah, they do.
That's bullshit.
That's fucked up.
That's my favorite scene in Code Geass.
They have the moment where he like tells like he still has this like depressed moment where he like tells guys to like do like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that.
That's a great scene.
Yeah, but I don't think they have them where he's like in like the building and stuff, and Colin stops him. I don't think that's in it.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with the movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
I wasn't expecting to be blown away, and I wasn't, but I walked out happy.
Yep, I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like my only real like gripe about it is the whole Shirley thing. Less because she's alive, like yeah, that's whatever. I just kind of wish there wasn't such an awkward like, what the fuck is that bitch doing for like people that haven't seen the movie retellings.
Yeah.
Like my thing with it is like, I don't mind her being alive, but her being alive doesn't really change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just doesn't offer anything, and I mean I feel like she offered more growth to Lelouch when she was dead.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
That
I
made
think it
his
was better.
relationship with Rollo a lot more interesting too.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I just kind of deal with it. Well, once I realized
deal
what
with
was
her
going
living.
on, well, yeah, God, I'll tolerate her. But once I learned what was going on, I just shrugged. I was like, okay.
Yo, Millie looked pretty good though in a couple of those scenes.
Millie was looking pretty good.
Yeah, she had that bounce going on.
All the of-age girls were looking good.
Yeah, you had to specify.
Alright, so Red Letter Media crew, what's your thoughts on Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection? Final opinion.
2.5 thumbs out of 3.
Alright, sick.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I give it a good 6 out of 8.
Why are you such weird
What?
scoring systems?
What the hell?
I like that
Really
never
the kind of
ratio
person
the
that would be
most.
saying that?
Okay, I'll do a regular out of 10 score.
That wasn't lame.
Hey,
I give it a you should watch it. If
Yeah.
you like
If
Code
you like
Geass-
Code Geass, if you don't like stay
no,
away
no,
from
no,
this
no,
movie,
no.
you won't get any value out of it. But like,
No, if you haven't Code Geass, I don't know why you listen to this. You should go watch it.
yeah,
Yeah, go watch Code Geass. It's super good. This movie spoils everything, but you know,
yeah,
whatever.
the entirety of it.
It's fine.
And like
I mean, to be fair, it is like a 10-year-old television program at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or-
it's your own fault.
it's allowed. You're allowed to spoil things that are at least 5 years old.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I had fun.